Hello again, and welcome to our continued series on fantasy football. This time, we're going to do a top 5 fantasy quarterbacks for 2011. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers with the Packers. Rodgers is an easy pick here. He threw for 4,000 yards again this season and has 2 key offensive players returning. With Jermichael Finley and Ryan Grant back in the lineup this season, you can expect to see an improvement in Rodgers' numbers. Also, don't forget they can help you on the ground, scoring 4 rushing touchdowns last season. Number 2, Matt Ryan, Falcons. Ryan has an array of weapons around him, and the Falcons added even more in the offseason. With the addition of Julio Jones to the lineup, Ryan should have 3 top-class targets to throw to. With Roddy White, Tony Gonzalez, and Jones as options downfield, you can expect to see even bigger numbers out of Ryan, who has been steadily improving each of his NFL seasons. Number 3, Michael Vick, the Eagles. Vick could easily have been number 1 on this list due to his ability to make plays on the ground and in the air, but we have at number 3 for a couple of reasons. First, the Eagles' offensive line is terrible, and with Vick's tendency to run, he's at greater risk of injury than all the quarterbacks on this list. Second, at the end of last season, it seemed like he was reverting back to the Vick of old by abandoning the pass at the first sign of trouble and trying to get downfield. Even with these concerns, it's hard to pass him up due to his abilities. Number 4, Tom Brady, Patriots. Some people think Brady is going to start falling off this season, but we don't see it that way. He is one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the NFL and is surrounded by solid players who believe in the system. Until Brady proves to us that he doesn't have it anymore, he's going to be one of our top 5 fantasy signal callers. And last, at number 5, Philip Rivers with the Chargers. Even with constant injury problems the Chargers had last year, Rivers was still able to put up great numbers. Now with the return of Vincent Jackson and a healthy Gates, look for Rivers to have an even better season. Having Jackson on the field will only make the other receivers better, as teams are forced to put their best corners on him. This alone should help Rivers have another solid fantasy season. And now to our sleepers. Our first sleeper is Sam Bradford of the Rams. Bradford had a great rookie season in St. Louis, and the Rams did a good job of drafting to help for him this season. Will Bradford improve on last season, or be a victim of the sophomore slump? And our last sleeper is Matt Stafford of the Lions. Stafford was hurt for most of last season, but when he did play, we saw some flashes of brilliance. Another team that drafted really well, the Lions should be a much improved team next year, and if Stafford stays healthy, he could put up big fantasy numbers all season. Thanks again, and stay tuned for our continued series on fantasy sports.